Alright guys, welcome back to Armwrestling Nation. Today this is going to be a spoiler alert video for King of the Table 10. We are going to go over all matches and jump into it. Alright guys, welcome back to Armwrestling Nation. So, the King of the Table card has just ended. We're going to go over the matches in whole. We're going to start off with actually Vitaly and Dave. Vitaly and Dave was a good match. Vitaly was super dominant this time. He won 4-1. He won the first 4 rounds, relatively easily, honestly. Dave didn't still look back to 100% yet. Dave did win round 5, but that's actually after Vitaly already had won the first 4 and already won the match. I'd love to see Dave get back in shape and see what happens. I think Vitaly's going to be a beast, though, now that he's going to be jumping into this full-time and going to eventually be letting go of his trucking business, like he said, and just working as a full-time arm wrestler. Expect him to move up the ranks. He's probably already top 5 right now. Vitaly looked big. This is one of the biggest I've seen him in a while, so watch out for him in the future. It's going to be he's going to be marching up the rankings fast. So next big match and the most anticipated match besides the main event on the card was Reno versus Boto. All right, then we had Reno versus Boto. So this was one of the most anticipated matches of the card. 2 19-year-old phenom superstars from WAF and the European Championships. This match, I was hoping was going to be a war, and they had some good battles, but overall, Reno was just too strong. Boto, after the first round, was a deep, deep war where they were in a deep inside hook. And it seemed like after that, that gassed out Boto's arm and hand. And I never really seen Boto in the same position, where Reno really jumped on him with a press all 4 rounds. And Reno won that one actually relatively comfortably. Again, I thought it was going to be a little more of a war. I think Boto was gassed out, though, and Reno is obviously, he's a stud. He's a 19-year-old, the youth champion for WAF, so expect to see both of them around for a long time. And then what a performance from Matt Mask. Is 2024 going to be his year? Let's talk about it. Okay, so next we also had Matt Mask versus Derek Smith. I thought this match was going to be a little bit closer than what it was. I thought Derek Smith was going to do a little bit better. Derek seemed like he was just caught off guard by Matt the whole time. I think the first round had a good action, but overall it ended up just being Matt Mask dominating him. I think it was like 4-0, 5-0, and then Derek gave up in the last couple rounds, but it was just an easy domination for Matt Mask. Matt's winning. He's on the winning streak. I love to see the Wild Horse crazy and on a winning streak, so good on him. I think Derek, I'm not sure what was going on with him today. He just seemed like he was caught off guard by the starts, and so it was, not to make excuses for him, it just wasn't his best looking showing. Overall, great job for Matt Mask. All right, so next one we had Auden Larrett, the coming out of Auden Larrett, Devin Larrett's son, versus the Arm Wrestling Whisperer. This match was total domination, honestly. Unfortunately, the Arm Wrestling Whisperer was just overpowered, overmatched. Auden's a big kid, obviously being Devin's son. He's like 6'3", long levers, where Arm Wrestling Whisperer said it was like 5'8", 5'9", a much smaller guy. And the size difference was really evident. The hand, the long length. That was an easy, quick match. It was a 4-0 match. Good coming out party for Auden Larrett. I'd like to see what happens with him in the future. You're going to have to put him against some different, opponents that are a little stronger. But still, not a bad match, though, for his first match coming out. Obviously against somebody that was just a YouTuber who's strong at arm wrestling but doesn't have really much of an arm wrestling background, is relatively new to the sport. But that was the match for them. It was an easy 6-0 for Auden. All right, so next match on the card was Lachlan Adair versus David Arabuli. I didn't really know much, what to think about this match. I know Lachlan has a solid inside game. David Arabuli, I know he trains with all the top Georgians and is one of their English-speaking guys who's kind of like their translator. It was a good match. Lachlan was just too powerful, too strong. And it's funny because Lachlan is the lightest he's been in a while. I think he's only like 235, or he's trying to go in the 105 kilogram class, where that's probably where he belongs. I think he's not a big enough guy to be banging with the big super heavyweights, so I think Lachlan will have better success at 105. He won the match comfortably. I believe it was like 4-0. David Arabuli looked strong in a couple positions when he got Lachlan stretched out. Overall, though, Lachlan was too strong. Lachlan showed that even in a deep hook, he could top roll out of it. He showed more skills. This is the best I've seen Lachlan. So that was a good match between them. And yeah, good one. Overall, it was a good pay-per-view. You know, I wish there was a little bit few more wars. Again, Dave also didn't look like his normal self still. I think he's still getting back in the great shape. Although no excuses because Vitaly's a beast. He's on his way up. I love Vitaly, so I'm excited to see where he goes and how far he can challenge up the rankings on both the right and left-handed. Oh, I'm sorry. I also forgot a match. The Tobias Sporong versus Wagner Bortolato. That was also a complete blowout. Wagner completely didn't have anything for Tobias, and I didn't think so. Wagner gets a lot of these matches based on him being an exciting guy, but honestly, he's not on the level of Tobias as far as a left-handed arm wrestler. I think he's listed, like Toby said, top 5 at East versus West, and I would say he looks pretty strong there. He did lose to Vitaly last time, who's probably easily number 1 or 2. But no, Tobias was just too strong. Easy match. It was like 3-0 or 4-0, super fast. And so, yeah, overall, the card had a lot of just blowouts. Honestly, there wasn't very many wars. But, you know, what can you do? Sometimes that happens in arm wrestling. Overall, though, there were still good matches. If you guys want to still purchase, you know, the pay-per-view, you know, head to Core Sports. You guys can still watch it if you guys want to. Again, thank you guys for watching these kind of videos. Like and subscribe if you guys like these kind of videos, and you guys have a great day.